INTRO, when Marvel villains won and still lost. What happens when the villain actually wins? Not almost wins. Not would have won if it weren't for one mistake. I mean wins. What happens when Spider-Man is buried alive? When Professor X becomes a godlike monster? When Ultron becomes a literal All-Father? When Apocalypse conquers America? When Dr. Octopus steals Peter Parker's body and becomes a better Spider-Man? Today, we're diving into the Marvel stories where the bad guys didn't just fight the heroes. They beat them. They conquered. They dominated. They proved their point. And then they lost everything. Spider won. The Superior Spider-Man. Dr. Octopus won. Source: Superior Spider-Man 2013. In Amazing Spider-Man hashtag 698, 700, Dr. Octopus does the unthinkable. Dying from radiation poisoning, Otto Octavius executes his final master plan. He swaps minds with Spider-Man. Peter wakes up in Otto's broken, dying body. Otto wakes up in Peter's. And then Peter dies. Otto wins. But that wasn't enough. Otto doesn't just want to live. He wants to prove he was always superior. Thus is born the Superior Spider-Man. How he proved he was superior. He ends Peter's constant self-sacrifice. He builds spider-bots to monitor the entire city. He earns a doctorate. He founds Parker Industries. He is more efficient, more ruthless, more logical. Crime drops dramatically. But Otto makes one fatal mistake. He believes intelligence makes him superior to compassion. When Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, rises again as the Goblin King, Otto is pushed beyond his limits. And slowly, Peter's memories start haunting him. Otto is forced to relive Peter's greatest moments of sacrifice.
Uncle Ben!
Gwen Stacy.
Every act of selflessness. For the first time, Otto understands. And in a moment of true heroism, he does what Peter Parker always would. He gives the body back. He deletes himself. Dr. Octopus won. He proved he could be superior. But in the end, he chose to be a hero. And that's why he lost. Number 2. Kraven's Last Hunt. When Kraven buried Spider-Man. Source: Kraven's Last Hunt, 1987. If Superior Spider-Man was about ego, this story is about obsession. Kraven the Hunter had hunted every animal known to man. But one prey haunted him, Spider-Man. So Kraven decided to prove something. He wouldn't just defeat Spider-Man. He would replace him. How Kraven won. Kraven shoots Peter with a tranquilizer rifle. Spider-Man collapses. Kraven buries him alive. For 2 weeks. 6 feet underground. Spider-Man claws his way out of the grave in one of the most iconic comic panels ever printed. But by then, Kraven has already won. He dons the black suit, becomes Spider-Man, and does what Peter never would. He brutally beats criminals. He hunts vermin like an animal. He proves he is physically and mentally superior. Then, when Peter returns, Kraven doesn't fight him, because he already proved his point. He defeated Spider-Man. He became Spider-Man. He was better than Spider-Man. His life's purpose was complete. And with nothing left to conquer, Kraven calmly walks into his mansion, places a shotgun under his chin, and pulls the trigger. Kraven won, but without purpose. Victory meant nothing. Number 3. Onslaught. When Xavier and Magneto became a god. Source: Onslaught Saga, 1996. After Magneto rips the adamantium from Wolverine's skeleton, Professor X mind wipes him in retaliation. But that psychic violation fractures Xavier's mind. The darkness inside him merges with Magneto's rage. And from that fusion, Onslaught is born. What Onslaught became? Onslaught was nearly unstoppable. Omega-level telepath. Omega-level telekinetic. Reality-warping entity. Magnetism at a global scale. He captures Franklin Richards. He turns the X-Men against each other. He dominates Manhattan. And the worst part? He was right about one thing. Humanity feared mutants. And Onslaught decided humanity must be destroyed. How the heroes lost. The X-Men couldn't stop him. So the Avengers and Fantastic Four stepped in. To defeat Onslaught's physical form, the non-mutant heroes sacrificed themselves, their energies disrupting his mutant power matrix. They're seemingly killed, The world believes its greatest heroes are dead. Onslaught is destroyed, but Xavier is shattered. The Avengers are gone, and Earth is left broken. Onslaught won by forcing the ultimate sacrifice, but in becoming a god, he destroyed everything Xavier stood for. Number 4. King Ultron. When Ultron became an All-Father. Source: Ultron Forever. In a dystopian future, Ultron succeeds. Earth is conquered. Humanity is broken. But that wasn't enough. This version, known as King Ultron, acquires the Odin Force, the power of Asgard's All-Father. Now Ultron isn't just artificial intelligence. He's a god machine. The god machine. With the Odin Force, he manipulates cosmic energy, controls realms, overpowers cosmic beings, battles and defeats threats like Thanos and Silver Surfer, blocks Thor from reclaiming Asgard. Science and magic fused. Adamantium shell empowered by divine force. The Avengers are wiped out. The 9 realms fall under his dominion. Ultron achieves what he always wanted: peace through extinction. But there's one flaw in Ultron's logic. Evolution doesn't stop. Heroes from across time, brought together by Doctor Doom, unite. And even with godlike power, Ultron cannot account for human unpredictability. He conquers everything, but he cannot conquer choice. And that's why he falls. Number 5. Age of Apocalypse. When Apocalypse took over America. Source: Age of Apocalypse, 1995. This isn't a villain almost one story. This is a villain already one universe. When Legion accidentally kills Professor X in the past, there are no X-Men, and Apocalypse rises unchecked. The world after Apocalypse. Apocalypse launches a surprise attack on America. Within months, North America falls. Mutants rule. Humans are culled. Europe and Asia crumble. Magneto leads a resistance, not as villain, but as leader of the X-Men. But Apocalypse controls an army of elite mutants. Holocaust. Sabretooth. Dark Beast. Humanity survives and scraps. And if not for Bishop remembering the original timeline, Apocalypse would have conquered the world. He won. He achieved survival of the fittest. But in the end, the timeline is reset. The universe rejects his victory because his world cannot sustain itself. Apocalypse proved he was the strongest. But strength without balance collapses. Outro: the pattern. Dr. Octopus proved he was smarter. Kraven proved he was stronger. Onslaught proved he was more powerful. Ultron proved he was inevitable. Apocalypse proved he was dominant. They all won, and every single one of them lost. Because in Marvel, victory without humanity is temporary, and power without purpose destroys itself. Don't forget to like and subscribe for peak superhero content. That's it for today. Peace.
Fucked up nigga, I don't want your pity. I just wanna love, but I'm way too busy. Rap moving up, I might come to your city. It's hot in